Canada has been one of the most popular destinations for Indian students, with thousands arriving every single year for higher education and work opportunity. However, the Canadian government has now asked the universities and colleges to expand their recruitment effort beyond India, aiming to bring in students from a wider range of countries. Let me tell you, the main reason behind this particular shift is to reduce dependency on a single country and create more diverse student population. According to Canada's Immigration Minister, Marc Miller, many universities have been focusing too much on India as their primary source of international students. And the government now wants them to balance their recruitment effort across different countries. While Canada recognizes the significant contribution of Indian students, Miller believes that universities should not rely too much on a single country for student admissions. He explained that Indian students are among the best and brightest, and given India's large population, it is really natural for many students to seek education abroad. However, he emphasized the need for Canada to attract global talent from different regions, ensuring that its education system remains high quality and diverse. Universities have been urging to rebrand their strategies and put more efforts into recruiting students from other nations as well, making Canada a very attractive option for students worldwide. Another key reason for this particular shift is that Canada wants to focus more on quality than quantity. That's their statement. In recent years, there has been a surge in the number of international students. But the government now wants to ensure that students coming to Canada are highly skilled and capable of contributing to the economy. Miller stated that Canada should focus on maintaining its reputation for excellence in education rather than simply increasing the number of students. This means that students will have to demonstrate their skills and ability to adapt to Canada's workforce as the country moves forward a more selective approach to international students' admission. At the very same time, Miller addressed concern about immigration and work permits for the students. He made it very clear that Canada will not follow the strict immigration policy of the US under Donald Trump, where illegal migration have faced severe crackdowns. However, he also emphasized that students who do not have the legal right to stay in Canada must leave right now. This includes students whose postgraduate work permits, that PGWPS, are expiring and who have not transitioned to permanent residency or another valid visa. Miller stated that while Canada remains really welcoming to international students, those who are in an irregular status must either find a legal way to stay or leave the country. Now, this is particularly concerning for tens of thousands of international students whose post-graduation program are set to expire soon. If they fail to secure permanent residency or another visa, they will have to return to their home countries, ending their hope of staying in Canada. Miller acknowledged that this would be a really difficult situation for many students, calling it a rough side for both the government and those who are affected. The Canadian government is actively monitoring the situation, as many students are expected to face challenges in finding legal ways to remain in the country. The shift in Canada's international student policy also reflects broader challenges in global immigration trend. In the past, Canada has been known for a relatively easy postgraduate work permit policy, allowing students to gain work experience and eventually apply for permanent residency. However, with the increasing number of international students, the system has become overcrowded, leading the government to tighten regulation and enforce stricter rules on who can stay after the graduation. Now, this is why the Canadian government is encouraging universities to recruit students who have strong career prospects and a clear path towards contributing to the country's economy. For Indian students planning to study in Canada, this means that competition will be tougher and students must be well prepared before applying. Since Canada is actually prioritizing quality over quantity, students should focus on courses that aligns with the country's job market needs. It will also be very important to have a very clear immigration plan, understanding the work permit and permanent residency options before arriving in Canada. The Canadian government's message is clear. While Indian students will always play an important role in the country's education system, universities must expand their recruitment to attract more diverse groups of international students. This shift may make it harder for future Indian students to secure spots in Canadian universities as institutions diversify their student base and prioritize those who have strong career prospects in Canada. However, for students who plan carefully and choose the right courses, there will be a strong opportunity for education and work in Canada. As this country adjusts its student policy, the focus will be on ensuring that international students are well prepared, highly skilled, and capable of succeeding in the country. With thousands of students set to lose their work permit, the coming months will be very challenging for many. The big question now is whether Canada will offer alternative pathway to these students or continue enforcing stricter immigration policy. For those looking to study in Canada, the key takeaway is to choose the right program, understand immigration policy, and plan long-term goals very carefully.